Welcome to Family History Research, guidance in building your family tree with genealogy research tools and tips for honoring your ancestry. So where do you start? Start with yourself. Start on a simple ancestor chart. Start with the simplest of facts. Enter your name, enter your date of birth, enter your place of birth. Tip number 1. You may choose to capitalize the surname so it's not mistaken for a middle name. Tip number 2. Use a pencil on paper records. You will need to erase now and then. Writing dates. Use the date format that works best with the system you'll be using to archive your genealogical data. Different software and archiving methods use different date formats. For simple readability, the clearest date format is date, month, year. You can use abbreviations in the date field, such as ABT for about, like in about 1869, if the exact year is unknown. CAL period for calculated, as in calculated date 1620, based on other documented events. Or AFT period for after, as in after 2007. For example, when the death date is not known, but the person was documented as living in the obituary of another family member. Listing places. Enter the names of places starting with the smallest jurisdiction on the left. For example, city, comma, county, comma, state, comma, country for the USA. Standard abbreviations are acceptable. If preparing genealogy records for international readers, spell out the names of states or other places whose abbreviations may not be known. Place commas between jurisdictions in the listing. Multiple marriages. When someone was married more than once, enter both marriage dates and places with notations that tie them to the appropriate spouse's information. Here's a tip. You may choose to write living in capital letters on pencil copies to prevent accidentally putting erroneous information on your form, or as a reminder that you don't need to search for death records at this time. Multiple marriages on the spouse entry. In the case of multiple marriages, enter complete information for each spouse. Enter the marriage date and place on both the ancestor entry and the spouse entry. Here's a tip. It may be useful to put number 1, number 2, number 3, etc. on pencil copies next to ancestor marriage dates and spouse names to keep marriage dates connected to the right spouses. Listing your parents. Ancestor charts are designed so that person number 1 is you on the first chart. Your parents would be in the next column. Your father is ancestor number 2, and your mother is ancestor number 3 on that first chart. Multiple parents, in cases of adoptions, step-parents, etc., is easiest handled on the family group sheets, though multiple ancestor charts may also be prepared. Listing your grandparents. Enter information for your father's parents in the next column as ancestors number 4 and 5. Enter information for your mother's parents as ancestors number 6 and 7. Tip number 1. You may pencil in alternate names in parentheses while researching for validity. Tip number 2. Enter nicknames in quotation marks. Carrying over to a new ancestor chart. When you need to add information for another generation, but you've reached the edge of your ancestor chart, select the ancestor you wish to add the parents for, and begin a new chart with that ancestor in position number 1. And here's a tip. Note at the top of the new chart that ancestor number 1 on this chart is the same as ancestor number, whatever number, on chart number, whatever chart. Family group worksheets. Family group worksheets are used to record the names and vital statistics for family units. Sometimes getting all the children documented correctly in large families can be quite a challenge. These worksheets help to pull it all together. Information on the parents is entered across the top, and the children's information follows. The parents on the family group worksheet. Reference the position number on the ancestor chart for each parent. As your family history grows, this will help to keep ancestor and family data straight. Enter marriage data on both the father and the mother. When there are multiple marriages, this will provide a quick visual double check that you have the correct spousal information. Children on the family group worksheet. Enter the name and vital statistics for each child in the family. Tip number 1, reference the position and chart number for any child also listed on an ancestor chart. Tip number 2, continue with additional children on a separate family group worksheet. Be sure to reference the additional sheet and number worksheets accordingly. Ancestral reference numbering system. There are many numbering systems used for ancestor references depending on software and archiving systems. For simplicity, the National Institute for Genealogical Studies suggests an ancestral numbering system based on traditional ancestor charting records. For example, number 1 is you, number 2 is your father, number 3 is your mother. 4 is your paternal grandfather, 5 is your paternal grandmother, 6 is your maternal grandfather, 7 is your maternal grandmother. Your paternal great-grandparents are numbers 8 through 11. Your maternal great-grandparents are numbers 12 through 15. Your paternal second great-grandparents are numbers 16 to 23, and your maternal second great-grandparents are numbers 24 to 31. Putting your tree together. Decorate your family tree with the names of your ancestors from your ancestor charts. The chart shown is available in DocX and PDF formats and graphic in JPEG format free of charge from the short link NurseHealer.Family. Enter the names of ancestors number 1 through 31 from your records to complete your family tree from yourself all the way through your great-great-grandparents. Free resources from NurseHealer.Family. Free genealogical research tools include the 3-generation ancestor chart in DocX and PDF formats, and the family group worksheet in DocX and PDF formats. Free family history research info is available in ebook format, video format, and audio format, all from NurseHealer.Family. Other recommended free forms also available on NurseHealer.Family are other recommended free research tools for genealogy. It includes ancestor charts, individual detail sheets, family group sheets, cemetery transcription records, vital records chart, military records checklist, oral history interview record, family tradition recording form, research checklist, research log, and source summary for family information. More recommended genealogy resources. There are lots of resources out there. Some that are recommended are on NurseHealer.Family, and they include Ancestry.com, Chronicling America, Family Search, Family Tree Magazine, Find a Grave, Fold 3, Genealogy Bank, General Land Office, Macavo, National Archives, Stephen P. Morse, and U.S. GenWeb. Family History Events in Hurst, Texas. There is a Family History Kits booth at Crystal Source in Hurst, Texas, on the third Saturday in May, May 19th, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. The address is Crystal Source, 441 West Bedford Euless Road, Hurst, Texas, 76021. On June 17, 2018, there's a Family History Workshop at Crystal Source in Hurst. The time is 1 to 3 p.m. and the address again, Crystal Source, 441 West Bedford Euless Road, Hurst, Texas, 76021. Other events in Hurst at Crystal Source. There's a Blessings and Consecration Workshop on the third Sunday in May, May 20th, 2018, from 1 to 3 p.m. Upcoming events include Practical Aromatherapy, ebook, audio, and video online, Practical Aromatherapy Kits booth and workshop at Crystal Source, Personal Mission Statement, ebook, audio, and video online, and Personal Mission Statement, Kits booth and workshop at Crystal Source. Journaling Spiritual Development, ebook, audio, and video online, and Journaling Spiritual Development Kits booth at Crystal Source. Steps Toward Transformational Healing Workshop at Crystal Source, and Transformational Healing Across Time and Space, a 7-week special series at Crystal Source. Transformational Meditation ebook, audio, and video online, and Transformational Meditation Kits booth and workshop at Crystal Source. Ancestor Work Convening the Elders, ebook, audio, and video online, and Ancestor Work Kits booth and workshop at Crystal Source. Rituals for Transformation ebook, audio, and video online, and Rituals for Transformation Kits booth and workshop at Crystal Source. Thank you for joining us today at NurseHealer.Video.